Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to episode 3 of The Practical Oiler. As you can see through my mist of fog here, we're not going to be talking necessarily about oils today. Today we're going to be talking about diffusers. In your premium starter kit that you get with Young Living, you get a diffuser that comes with that. And one of the questions that we get from people who are interested in essential oils or Young Living or any of the other ones out there is, do I have to have the Young Living diffuser? Do I have to buy more of them, or can I have any diffuser off the shelf? So the answer to that is yes, you can. Any diffuser will work with these oils, but we wanted to kind of give you some reasons or some reviews on some different diffusers that you can get from Young Living or you can get off the shelf at any store. And we actually have a bonus one, this one, which I'll talk about in a minute. If you saw our live unboxing video when we got our last order, you know what this is, but if you don't, we'll save this to the end. So here, this right here, this one is, we'll start with these two kind of in the middle. This one is the Desert Mist. That is kind of the standard one that comes with your premium starter kit. There's two that come included. There's the Desert Mist, and there's another one that come free included with your premium starter kit. And then this one over here is known as the Aria, which is a $100 upgrade to your premium starter kit. But this one we got when Brandy signed up for her starter kit, and we love it. But when we decided to sign me up as well, we decided we wanted to get this one. So I'll kind of give you a talk about that in a minute. But let's talk about these two. This is the Desert Mist one that comes with it. This is one that we got at Costco. It cost us about $30 to get, but I'm not sure how much you can see on camera, but the one thing we did notice when we got this one was the level of mist that comes out of this one versus this one is actually quite substantial. This one has a little bit larger reservoir, and they both have LEDs, so they both kind of, you can change the color of them to kind of fit your to fit your mood or your like, I know in our bedroom we don't like to have, like, this one will glow white, but we don't, it's too bright in our room at night, so we put it on red or something that's not gonna keep you awake. This one is not quite as bright. This one also, you can have it on high, you can have it on low. There's also an interval, which is one of the reasons we like to have it in our bedroom, is that rather than just continuously blowing smoke, you can have it go for a little while and then it will turn off and then it will start again and then it will turn off and then it will start again. So it will last all the way through the night into the morning on that interval setting. So this one, again, it's a little smaller. One of the things we did notice about this one is that after you use it for a while, you'll actually see some of the oil that's kind of left over in the bottom of the reservoir. So it left kind of a film down there, a little bit of the oil left over. So it's not completely evaporating the oils that are put in with the water. All the water's gone, but some of the oil's left over. We haven't seen that with this one. So it's, even though, yes, you can use the oils with anyone, just the one that comes in your starter kit is by far the best one that we've found so far. This is another one. So this is another one we got because we wanted to put ones in our boys' room. We have two boys, 5 and 7. We also have a 6-month and a 16-year-old. But our two boys, 5 and 7, we wanted to put kind of a lavender diffuser in their room, or the Sleepy Eyes is the kids' version that Young Living makes. So we got these ones at Walmart. They're about $14, $15. They have the lights, which they like to have kind of a little night light, and it changes color, which is cool. It has kind of a slotted opening at the top. I think this one is still going. Oh, it's actually going right now. I'm going to turn this one off for a moment. Okay, so that one's off. Make that one go. And this one, I don't even know if you can, I can see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera. But it actually is less visible than this one. But it is blowing. So there you go. It's another, this one's 100% plastic. Super cheap. We literally just got them. So over long periods of time, I don't know how this one will hold up. The other thing about the Desert Mist that's different than this one, like I said, this one's plastic. This one has the internals of this one are plastic as well. However, this is medical grade plastic. So that's going to be a big difference as we use these over long periods of time, because the ones that come with Young Living oils are 100% therapeutic grade natural oils. So they're very volatile, and if you put a drop on like a piece of regular styrofoam, it will eat through that styrofoam. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for these, why they're that level. So these were on the shelf at Walmart next to their oils, which say aromatherapy only, skin irritation, combustible, like all these things that I'm like, it's amazing to me that you can even say they're essential oils. However, the FDA, let's talk practical. The FDA says that in order to be an essential oil, your oil actually only has to contain 10% essential oils. And the rest of it can be whatever. And of that 10% essential oils, by FDA standards, that doesn't have to be natural. It can also be synthetic. So if they have a peppermint chemical synthetic compound that matches that of natural peppermint, it is then 10% oil, which then can allow them to say essential oils. So that's, when you're buying essential oils at a store, most of the time that's what you're getting. So that's not going to have an effect. That you can use it in this plastic. But again, what's the other 90%? A lot of that is alcohol, which is why it evaporates, which is why it's combustible. So again, essential oils off the shelf. We'll see how this stands up to, the natural oils. But that gives you an idea of that. So again, Desert Mist comes with this one we got. This is called the Aria. So this is, let's move these out of the way for a second. Okay, let's talk about this one. Look at it. It's just, one of the things we love is that it just looks amazing. This is solid wood. This is glass. It's not plastic. The internals here are plastic. Again, medical grade plastic, but we kind of love how it just kind of fills up a little bit. And other than these, it just shoots straight up immediately. This kind of resonates inside this glass dome for a while before it pours out. It also doesn't shoot it straight up. It kind of oozes out this way. So if you have like a picture on your wall over the shelf where this is, like a wood frame or something, the water vapor might affect the wood frame that you have. That has nothing to do with the oil. That's just the fact that you're shooting water into the air. So this, you can move it around, you can direct it whichever way you want to direct it, and it's amazing. So one of the other things that's cool about this one is that it's remote operated. There's actually no buttons on this. It's all controlled from this remote, so you can turn it off. This has a 1 hour, 2 hour, or 3 hour. So when we got this one, we put it in our room, but then we went back to the Desert Mist because this one will only run for 3 hours and then it shuts off. So this one, we like the fact that you can have the interval and it will last much longer. Now this one actually holds more water, where this one will tell you to put, the Desert Mist will tell you to put maybe 5, maybe 6 drops of oil in it with your water. This one tells you to put 15 to 20, just because of how much water and how diluted that would get. So this allows you to put much more in. It lasts longer, although it only lasts 3 hours at a time, and then it shuts off. But then you can run this for a couple nights without without that running out because that reservoir is so big. So we actually have this in our studio now. Now from a business standpoint, if you're running Young Living as a business like we are, this is just a statement piece. Someone's going to ask you, a lot of people have, these are all very similar looking, so people have seen diffusers before, but I have never seen a diffuser like this on a shelf at a store anywhere. So everyone's going to ask you, if they have a diffuser, if they're into diffusing oils, they're going to ask you, oh my gosh, where did you get this diffuser? It also has, on this side, there's kind of a melody. There's only, it's actually on the side here. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's one kind of melody. If you're into yoga, if you're into meditation, it's actually a very calming melody that it plays. It plays a couple chimes for a little bit, and then it gets kind of a real yoga-y sound to it. We've had it playing when the baby's been in the room, and it actually calms him down a little bit. So it's an interesting melody. Oh, there you go. You get some of the kind of sound that comes off it. You also have, it comes with an aux cord. I'll turn this off so it doesn't drown me out. It actually comes with an aux cord. You can plug your phone or your iPod or whatever else up to it and play your own music through it. So if you are a yoga instructor and you have this and you kind of want to just use it as a speaker, or if it's in your own meditation room and you want to play your own music over it, you totally can. And that's kind of really neat to it. So that's the Aria. It's a $100 upgrade to your premium starter kit. So the premium starter kit's $160. This makes it $260. But if you're running this as a business, if you already have a Desert Mist, I can't speak more highly about just the visual aspect of what this looks like. And from a practical standpoint, if you want to just start conversations about Young Living, this is a conversation starter. So I love it. We've moved it down into our studio where more people are going to see it. It was in our room, which is, this one now sits at our bedside, so there's really no need to have a remote. But now if we're in the studio, we can control it from across the room. So that's that. So that's kind of the difference between that one and the Desert Mist. So those are kind of the functionalities. Now this is in fact a diffuser. This is a USB, it looks like a USB thumb drive, but it is a diffuser. If you open up this little door on the back, you have this little vial that has, if you can see, there's a wick inside of it. And it works kind of like an air wick or a wallflower, where it soaks up your oils through this wick. And then evaporates them through here. So you put straight oil in here, not water. So it's not diffusing it the same way these are, but I use this in my car. So rather than having, your new car pine tree hanging from your rearview mirror, or we used to have Bath and Body Works, their kind of car aroma things. They didn't last very long. They didn't smell very good. Well, a lot of them smell pretty good, but they didn't smell for very long or very strong. This one actually has a dial on it. It has a 1 dot, 2 dot, or 3 dots on it, so you can turn it up, turn it down. One thing to note, I know that there's other people that have said this before, but in my car I have a USB that sits horizontally. Sometimes some cars have USBs that sit vertically. You can't run this vertical, just like you can't have one of the outlet kind of oil airwick things. You can't have them sideways. They have to be straight up and down. So this has to sit horizontally. So if you have vertical USB ports in your car, you have to get some kind of converter that puts it sideways. But if you have your own office, if you're traveling in a hotel room and you have your laptop with you, or if you're in your car, something like that, this is just a great little travel thing that if you don't want to lug this giant wood Aria thing around, there's another option. There's Young Living does offer another portable. It's kind of about the size of a softball, so that's another option. But for travel, I think this is just, it is too practical to have one of these. So that's it. That's kind of what we have for these different ones. Like I said, Oh, the other one's called the Orb, the one that's about a softball size. That's the Orb. So you have our kind of Mercedes level one, you have the included Desert Mist one, and then you have these two off-the-shelf ones. So that's kind of the difference of all those. You can, like I said, you can use oils with any diffuser, but when it comes down to it, just the quality and the length of time that you're going to get out of these compared to off-the-shelf ones is it's just too practical. So that's it. I'm a practical oiler. If you have any questions about diffusers or what to diffuse, leave them down below. Tell me what you like to diffuse. Right now it's fall. We are currently in the studio using orange and clove oil, which just smells amazing. At night we like to use lavender, frankincense, and stress away, which just is the perfect ending to a night. So that's what we're diffusing. What are you diffusing? Tell us down below. And thanks for joining us on The Practical Oiler.